Dancing without the music.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster, Mr. Toastmaster. Dancing without the music. What would you think if I do like this? It's odd, isn't it? Technology. Michael J. Fox, Pope John Paul, Muhammad Ali. Three famous people. And Kate Stone Crouch. She's an Australian from Melbourne, 39 years old. What do they have in common? All of them has got this disease, dancing without the music. Some people, if we talk about Parkinson's disease, what would you think? What do you think? People will think about a 60-year-old, 70-year-old person stooping or walking slowly. Pope John Paul, he had been diagnosed at the age of 81. Muhammad Ali, he was diagnosed when he was 42. Michael J. Fox, diagnosed at the age of 30. And our very own Australian, Kate, she was diagnosed last year. She was 39. At the prime of their lives. But in this diagnosis with Kate, she was told that she actually had the disease for 9 years. She was very active. She played netball. She was skiing. No signs that she actually noticed. That means, ladies and gentlemen, you and I, you and them, they can have the disease. And we wouldn't know it until, say, 9 or 10 years. So, what is Parkinson's disease? Parkinson's disease is the second neurological disorder in Australia, second to Alzheimer's. It is chronic, it's progressive, disabling, and incurable. Once you are diagnosed, there's no turning back. 1 in 350 Australians is diagnosed, and it's about 30 per day. We actually have nearly 100,000 people suffering from Parkinson's disease, and about 1 million in America. So, Deloitte Access Economics has got this report in Parliament last year in October. What they've said is that in 2011-2012, we need about $7.6 billion to be able to help those sufferers in Australia alone. 20% of those with disease are actually of working age. So a 20-year-old can have Parkinson's disease, and we would never know it. So what do we need to do? At the moment, the symptoms of Parkinson's disease is a trap. Like I've shown you, it's tremors. A finger, it starts with the finger or the toe. Or rigidity, wherein you are walking and suddenly you can move. You can move your arm. Or akinesia, wherein you have difficulty moving. Or at the same time, moving so quickly, and you can never stop it. The other symptom is problem with balance. So in the long term, there are different symptoms or different sicknesses that can happen. Like it can lead to heart disease or stress or broken bones. This is really disabling, and we cannot do much about it. And at the moment, what we'll need is more research and more support. A report was given that a Parkinson's specialist nurse can actually help people who suffer with the disease and save a lot of money going to a specialist. That we can actually help for, like what I'm doing at the moment, is raising awareness, become a volunteer speaker. And with that, we are going to get more support. What our goal at the moment is to be able to raise, through ongoing government funding, we advocate so that we can request for ongoing funding from the government. As you can see, Parkinson's disease is one disease more disabling than all the cancers and other cancers and diabetes or heart disease, and yet there's no ongoing government funding. What we're looking at is if you find in your heart to give up a cup of coffee a day, just once in a year, or if you are more generous, maybe twice a year, so that we can raise more money for these 100,000 people and donate to Parkinson's. And any donation above $2 is tax deductible. So ladies and gentlemen, please take care of yourself and help us make people aware of this disease and help us to help themselves so that they have a choice in life to dance when the music is on.
I'll now call on Mila to evaluate Colleen's speech for a 2-minute evaluation.
2 minutes.
Thanks, Mila.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. Colleen, I didn't realize you can drive a bus. I have a feeling that Colleen is really feminine, and for me to imagine her with a bus, it's like women, sexy women, driving a bus. Anyway, that's a really good speech on your third speech. Very, very confident. She came here smiling, very friendly. Her voice was really audible. Everybody can understand what she's saying. Very clear, and she's not rushing. So everybody can hear her, hear the words clearly, and everybody enjoyed it. Plus the fact that she was able to say to us that she drove a bus, which I haven't done. One of the objectives of the speech is not to use notes. Although Colleen has got these notes on the lectern, she used it very, very minimally. So, and that would be like, for all of us starting in Toastmaster, it's a normal thing to do. It's like a blanket, a security blanket. Although I don't think she really needs it because she's talking from her experience. It's just there to keep us safe and secure, knowing that we know exactly what to say the next time. Another thing is that, I don't know if she noticed, she stood on one leg and then walked in and stood on one leg. She owned the place, she owned the stage. But the thing that I noticed, like, she's standing here with one leg. So one thing to be conscious of is to stand on both of your feet. So overall, it was a really, really good third speech, and I'm really looking forward for the next one. Well done.